Who's in your top five? Nelson Rodriguez Jr. just asked, who's your top five? If you were to name the top five, and the greatest of all time, who would you have on that list?
I think the number one for me is Royce Gracie because, of course, if you put him in the octagon right now, he would not have do so well because sport has changed. But for his time, I think for me, it was the greatest of all time. Things that he have done will never be done again. I mean, maybe not of my living. I think you can put Demetrius Johnson. You can put Mark Coleman, probably. You can put John Jones, of course, Anderson Silva, these guys. Yeah,
Mark Coleman.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I used to love them when he won the Pride Grand Prix at the time.
Yeah.
Japan. He was the best of the best.
The natural follow up to that is because so remove your ego from the situation, right? GSP. Everyone would put you in their top five. Yeah. Everybody. Do you feel uncomfortable putting yourself on that list?
No. I understand. I'm in the list, but the greatest of all time, it depends. It varies. It's a very subjective thing. The thing is, in a sport like fighting, it's very subjective. Who's better, Ali or Tyson? Who's better? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. In fighting, we cannot measure performance. However, if I ask you who's the fastest sprinter, you're going to have to tell me that it is Usain Bolt. There's no choice.
Right.
You know why? Because we can measure. Same thing in lifting. The sport that you have an instrument of measure. You have to go with the result. It's written. And fighting is different. And we often feel sometimes that the fighters of the past are better than the one today. Very often. But I think it's illogical to think that way. And as hard and painful it is for me because I retire, I believe the fighters of today are better than the one of yesterday, but the fighter of tomorrow and of the future will be even better. So the real GOAT is not even born yet. And it's not because the guys are better. It's because they are standing on shoulders of giants. They benefit, they have a head start because they learn from their predecessor. The technology, the stuff. We just talk about how you can learn from a cell phone nowadays. It's crazy. I can learn with a cell phone jiu-jitsu moves. I couldn't do that back in the day. I had to go from Montreal to drive to New York to learn these skills. You know what I mean? So things are different. So if I would take Royce Gracie and putting him today with the technology, the knowledge that he would benefit, maybe it would be just as good or maybe better than anybody here in the present day, but there is no way to find out.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.